Hello students, so welcome back to chemistry class. So in the last class we are discussing about the discovery of electrons. So in that we discussed about the J.J. Thomson's experiment, that is cathode ray discharge tube experiment, and also we discussed about the results obtained by this experiment, that is by J.J. Thomson. Okay. So today, we discuss about the charge to mass ratio of these electrons. So J.J. Thomson, after discovering the electrons, he thought about the mass and charge of the electron. So ಈಗ electrons ಇದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಾಗಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಅದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಗೆ ಮಾಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ and it carries some charge. Therefore, he tried to calculate the charge and mass of the electron. So, ಅದನ್ನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ observations of cathode ray discharge tube experimentally. So, we observed that these electrons are deflected in the presence of electric and magnetic field. So, ಹಾಗಾದರೆ electrons deflect ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so by measuring the exact amount of deflection, it is possible to determine the charge to mass ratio of electron. So J.J. Thomson ಅವಾಗ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಡಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಟಾಗಿ ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ನಾವು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಟು ಮಾಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸು ಡಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So we observed that the electrons are traveling in a straight line. So in the absence of electric and magnetic field. So when we applied the electric field, so that is the positive plate and negative plate of an electric field. So these electrons are deflected towards the positive plate. So by measuring that amount of deflection, it is possible to determine the charge to mass ratio of electron. So therefore, J.J. Thomson finally argued that the amount of deflection depends upon the four factors. So what are those four factors? The amount of deflection depends upon the four factors. The first one is magnitude of negative charge, magnitude of negative charge on the particle, and the second one is mass of the particle. Second one is mass of the particle, and the third one is magnitude of electrical and magnetic field strength. So by these three factors, that is the amount of deflection depends upon these three factors. The first one is magnitude of negative charge, the second one is mass of the particle, and third one is magnitude of electrical and magnetic field strength, and the field strength of electrical and magnetic field. Okay. So discuss one by one. The first one is magnitude of negative charge on the particle. So now consider, so this is the particle which is moving in a straight line. So when we applied the electric field, positive plate and the negative plate of an electric field. So these electrons are deflected, or these particles are deflected towards the positive plate. So positive plate kadege deflect ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ that is because the unlike charges attract with each other. So electrons ಗೆ negative charge ಇದೆ, positive plate ಕಡೆಗೆ deflect ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So because that positive plate of electrical field attracts the negative charge of the particle. So therefore, if the charge on this particle, the magnitude of charge on this particle increases, the interaction with the positive plate of the electrical field increases. So ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ one negative charge ಇದೆ. So if the particle carries two negative charge, or it may carries three negative charge. So negative charge magnitude ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇಂಟರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ದ ಇಂಟರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋರ್, ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮೋರ್. So therefore from the first point, as the magnitude of negative charge on the particle increases, the amount of deflection also increases. Clear? So then the second one is mass of the particle. So we know that if it is a smaller particle, so smaller in size, that is a lighter particle. So lighter particle ide andre mass kadime irutte. So when mass is smaller, so smaller mass ide andre lighter particle ide andre, so amount of deflection enagutte jaasti irutte. So that means that positive plate of the electrical field can easily attract the particle. So if the mass increases, the interaction with the positive plate of electrical field decreases. Therefore the amount of the deflection also decreases. Therefore lighter particles are more deflected so than that of the heavier particle. So therefore as the mass decreases, as smaller the mass of the particle, more will be the deflection. So more will be the amount of deflection. Clear? So then the third one is the magnitude of electrical and magnetic field strength. So we are applying the electrical and the magnetic field. So as the field strength increases, so field strength ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ its capacity to attract the particle increases. So particle na attract ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ capacity ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದಾಗ interaction ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So when there is more interaction, so then the amount of deflection is also more. So therefore as the field strength of electrical and magnetic field increases, the amount of the deflection also increases. Okay. So these three factors affects the amount of deflection. So thus J.J. Thomson measured accurately the amount of deflection. So by varying the electrical and magnetic field. So accurate measurement na ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು finally he able to determine the charge to mass ratio of these electrons. Okay. So for that J.J. Thomson again taken the cathode ray discharge tube experiment. So in the discharge tube experiment now consider, so this is a cathode. So and now consider this is an anode. And we know that anode alli perforations irutte. So now you consider only one perforation, that is one hole. Okay. So and these two cathode and anode are enclosed in the discharge tube. So now consider this is the discharge tube. So which is enclosed in a discharge tube. So then behind the anode, so this is what? Cathode. And this is an anode. So that means, so these are connected to the cathode, means which carrying the negative charge, which is connected to the negative plate of an electric field, and which is connected to the positive plate of the electric field. So and behind this anode, the discharge tube is coated with an zinc sulfide. So behind the anode, the cathode ray discharge tube is coated with the fluorescent material, that is zinc sulfide. So zinc sulfide is used to, which is used to determine, or we have to observe the properties of these particles. So we know that this zinc sulfide are the fluorescent materials. So will glow when the particles hit on this layer. So ಈ layer ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಯಾವಾಗ particle ಬಂದು hit ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, so that spot will glow. So therefore behind the anode, so the cathode ray discharge tube is coated with the zinc sulfide. Okay. So when electric field is applied, that means when the high voltage is passed through this one and it is filled with what? The inert gases like helium, neon, argon, etc. So when the electric discharge is passed through this discharge tube, the electrons are flowing like this one, that is the current is flowing through the stream of particles. These are called as what? Cathode rays are the cathode particles, and these are also known as what? Electrons. So now the electrons are starts flowing from cathode towards the anode. So after that, so they are passing through this hole. So if we are not applying any electrical and magnetic field, so these particles traverse in a straight line and hit on the zinc sulfide screen at a point A. So ಸೊ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೊಂದು ಗ್ಲೋ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಲೋ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಬಂದು ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಿಗೆ ಟಚ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಿಗೆ ಬೊಂಬಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು J.J. Thomson applied only the electrical field. So path of the electron. So path of the electron ಗೆ he applied only the electrical field. So this is positive plate and the negative plate of the electric field. So positive and negative field of an electric field. So positive and negative field ಅನ್ನು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ perpendicular ಆಗಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ applied the electrical field perpendicular to the path of the electron. So only the electrical field. And he observed that the glow is formed at the point B. At the point B. That means these electrons are deflected towards the positive plate. So therefore these electrons are deflected like this and the glow is formed at this point. So when only the electrical field is applied. Only when electrical field is applied. So now J.J. Thomson next ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಈ ಅಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ನ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಪೋಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೌತ್ ಪೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟ್, ಓಕೆ, ಆಫ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟ್. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನೇ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಈ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದಟ್ ದ glow is formed or the spot is formed at the point C. That means the electrons are deflected like this one. So electrons are deflected. So therefore electrons are deflected in the presence of electrical and the magnetic field. So then he carefully measured the amount of deflection. ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟು ಡಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟಾಗಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಡಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತನ್ನು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ನ ವೇರಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಡಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಫೈನಲಿ ಈ ಅಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಬೋತ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಎರಡೂ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಎರಡೂ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಸಚ್ ಎ ವೇ ದಟ್ these electrons are back to their original path. That means, so when in the absence of electrical and magnetic field. So ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸೊ ಅಗೇನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಫಸ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಯಾವ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತೋ ಅದೇ ಪಾತಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸು ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಬೋತ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ಡ್. So when electrical and magnetic field are balanced. So then when the electrical and magnetic fields are balanced, then the electrons are getting back to their original path. So this spot is glow when only the magnetic field is applied. So only when the magnetic field is applied. Clear? So therefore by measuring that amount of electrical and the magnetic field strength, he finally determined the charge to mass ratio of electron. So that charge to mass ratio of electron he accurately determined, and it was found to be 1.758820 into 10 to the power 11. So charge is measured in coulombs and mass in kg. Therefore coulombs per kg is the unit for charge to mass ratio. Clear? So remember this value clearly. So that is the charge to mass ratio of electron. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದರೆ J.J. ಥಾಮ್ಸನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ದ, ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಟು ಮಾಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ದ. ಬಟ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟಾಗಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈ ಡೆಟರ್ಮೈಂಡ್ ದ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಟು ಮಾಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೈ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಟು. ಸೊ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ದ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಟು ಮಾಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೇಮ್. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೇ ಗ್ಯಾಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಟು ಮಾಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ ಎನಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್, ಯಾವುದೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಆಟಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? Okay, so after the determination of charge to mass ratio of electron by J.J. Thomson, so then another scientist R.A. Millikan tried to determine the charge of electron. So charge to mass ratio ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ಮಾಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ another scientist tried that one, R.A. Millikan. So by his experiment that is called as oil drop experiment. Oil drop experiment. So experiment detail ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. So just by using his experiment that is called as Millikan oil drop experiment, so he determined the charge of an electron. ಸೊ ಅದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಚೇಂಬರಿಂದ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹೋಲ್, ಪಿನ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ರೂ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸೊ ಈ ಪಾಸ್ಡ್ ದ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಬೈ ಎ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ವೈಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿತ್ ಹೈ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಿಗೆ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಯಿಲ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಲೆಟ್ ಥರ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಫಾಲ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್, ಸೊ ಚಾರ್ಜನ್ನು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸೊ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಿರೋದು ಸೊ ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದಟ್ ಈ ಡಿಟರ್ಮೈನ್ ದ charge of an electron. So that charge of an electron determined by R.A. Millikan is minus, the charge of an electron is minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs. So 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs. So and this charge is the fundamental charge of all the particles, or 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 is a multiple of the any other charges. ಸೊ ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ನಾವು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ನ ತೊಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಸೊ ಒಂದು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಂದರೆ ದ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಈಸ್ 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. If any particle, if it carries two negative charge, if it carries two negative charge means, so it is a multiple of this fundamental charge. The fundamental charge is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Therefore, it is multiplied by 2. 2 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Multiple. So, similarly, so 3 negative charge idre, so fundamental charge ಗೆ 3 ಇಂದ multiply ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So, it is a multiple of the fundamental charges. So, this is the charge of electron which carries the negative charge. Therefore, charge is negative, that is minus 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Okay. So, after the determination of this charge, then it is possible to determine the mass of electron. So, how to determine the mass of electron? Hagadre mass of electron ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ find out ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? That is just by combining the two experiments, the results of the two experiments. So, what are those two experiments? J.J. Thomson experiment, so for the determination of charge to mass ratio, and R.A. Millikan oil drop experiment, that is the charge of electron. So, we know that the charge to mass ratio of electron is 1.758820 into 10 to the power 11 coulombs per kg. So, that is charge to mass ratio. So, to get the mass, so mass ಬರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು ನಮಗೀಗ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ದ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ charge of electron divided by charge to mass ratio. So, charge divided by charge to mass ratio ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ charge cancel ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, then we get 1 by m. So, ಇದನ್ನ reciprocal ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ we get mass of electron. Therefore, the ratio of charge to mass ratio, that gives mass of electron. Therefore, you have to calculate the mass of electron by dividing the charge. So, you have to take only the magnitude but not the negative sign. So 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb divided by charge to mass ratio. The charge of electron is divided by charge to mass ratio 1.758820 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb per kg. Okay. So now the charge of electron is used as 1.6022. So 1.6022 ತಗೊಳ್ಬೋದು, or simply take it as 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. So by dividing these values we get 9. Okay. So 1094 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. So that is the mass of electron. So that is the mass of electron. So therefore, by combining these two experiments, it is possible to calculate the mass of electron as 9.1094 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. So that is what the mass of electron. Okay. So that is in terms of kg. So if the mass of, that is in terms of 10 power minus 31 ಇದೆ, and it is a very smaller mass. Therefore AMU atomic mass unit ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, so divided by 1 AMU. So 1 AMU ಇಂದ divide ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, so we get 0.0005 AMU. So it is a very smaller mass. So therefore, so later we determine the mass of protons and neutrons. When compared to the mass of protons and neutrons, the mass of electron is very, very small. That is 0.0005 AMU, that is atomic mass unit. Clear? Okay. So today we discussed about the charge to mass ratio of electron by J.J. Thomson and the charge of electron by R.A. Millikan oil drop experiment and the mass of electron by combining the two experiments. Clear? Okay. So next class alli, so we discuss about the discovery of the other two fundamental particles. So yaudu? That is protons and neutrons. Clear? Okay. Thank you.